If you've ever found yourself looking at two teams about to compete in a match and thought these sides could compete in a complete cracking matchup, or it could be an absolute disaster, the chances are that you would have been looking possibly at these two sides. It's Fiji up against the Barbarians for One Off What If. Hello everyone and welcome along to Cornflakes Group, your home Rugby Challenge 2 and the One Off What If series, where you get to pick what you want to see out there on the rugby field. And if ever there has been two teams that are capable of such destructive, beautiful rugby, but are also capable of absolute disastrous rugby at the same time, it probably is these two sides leading the charge. It is Fiji at home at Churchill Park to face the Barbarians. Now this is a request for Fede Casadeo. Thank you for your request and hope you enjoy the match. Now he gave me an exact lineup for the Barbarians for this match, which we will get to in a minute. But first up, it is the home side of Fiji we'll have a quick look at first. And this is a very good Fijian side. There's just the way they compact themselves together that can result in them being completely outstanding or an absolute disaster. They've had one match already in the series where they have just the one loss to their name, and they will be itching, as they always are, to give themselves with another win. Of course, we all know how good Fiji are at sevens. Can they transfer that into 15s today? The Barbarians squad also have played the one match so far in this series. They also are sitting on one loss, and the point of interest from this side that has been picked is the return for just one more match for Sebastian Chabal. He returns, he will be the captain for today just because of that reason. And how do you pick a captain throughout the rest of this team? It is destructive as ever backline, like we talked about. Kobalo, Cooper at 9 and 10, the scrum half and fly half. It's Gordon Darcy and Manu Tuilangi in the centres, and the New Zealand pairing of Joro Kathoko and Richard Kahui on the wings. And of course Mike Brown, the Englishman, at the back, as solid as you could get. It's a massively strong forward pack with the two Argentinian props, Ihertza and Fagalo, on the two sides of the scrum. It will be Reese in the middle. They will be flanked in the second row from Laws and Chabal, and then it is a back row of absolute amazement of Dusatois, McCaw, and of course the Australian Wycliffe Palu to start at number 8. Let's get down to this matchup. Both teams with a loss, and it is Fiji at home for this classic matchup cracker between the Barbarians and Fiji. And of course, because of the Barbarians kit, they don't seem to like playing in anything else. It is Fiji who have to go to the slightly blue for this one, and they will be kicking off through Jeremiah Bai, and we are underway. Beautiful conditions here for this game as Paulu gets the first pass away to Cooper, and the Barbarians, as they do so well, are going to run this out from their own line. It should be a cakewalk as Richard Kahui breaks through, but he can't run away from the defence. Now it's Cooper picking up the loose pass, and he'll run away and open up the scoring. What a start to this match for the Barbarians. Well, it was either going to be magnificent or it was going to be disastrous. I've said it a few times already, but it is the Barbarians who look like they might be on their game today. It was a great chase from Matawalu, the scrum half, who caught up with Richard Kahui, but the offload still very well in effect as he passed it in field. Quade Cooper standing and waiting in midfield. There it was. It eventually, it went one further, went to Darcy as well. But great work, Cooper benefiting, and he dots down the first try of the match, going to the Barbarians, I'd say, of many as well. Both these teams can score tries from anywhere on this field, and Cooper will have the opportunity. He could convert his own try from right out in front, make it 7, and he does. That's a good start for the Barbarians. You'd put them on paper here to be easy winners. When you look at the strength of this 15, it is massive, and the Fijians, although a good squad, they just don't seem to pull it together when it comes to internationals. Here's Jeremiah Bai kicking off once again, and Dusatois not keen on putting this ball to the ground, are the Barbarians. McCaw, he will, and he'll set it up just on his own 10-metre line, and it's Reese who'll run it out. To the left side for Rokafoko. Oh, bumps him off. Clears a short ball to Darcy. Brilliant work from Rokafoko. Looks upfield. He's back there again as Rokafoko. And Darcy and Rokafoko playing a great game together already. It's slow ball here for the Barbarians. It looks like Fiji might get it over. They do. And now they're going to run it up. It's there for Nakarawa. And he goes forward, crunching into the tackles. Here's Matawalu. Goes through a bit of a run himself before passing out. And it is there for Thauthamutha. He goes diving into another tackle, and it is turned over Fiji, losing the ball, as now here come the Barbarians. Tuilangi away for Richard Kahui, still has Cooper, but a good tackle at the back. Nice work from Bobo, putting them to ground, the Barbarians, and they'll launch again. Darcy, oh, massive high tackle. But they're going to play on, looks like a tap and a go here from Darcy. As he drives into it, of course, Barbarians never knowing for their penalty shots at goal. That's a guarantee as they strive to keep this ball, but it is eventually going to come back for Fiji. Away it goes for Bai. He knocks it on, and Cooper from nowhere swings that one back to the way of the Barbarians. Out to the left they go and intercepted, and could be, no, it won't be a play on. And Thauthamutha from that intercept, knocked on earlier from Bai. There it was. Barbarians unable to capitalise on that chance.
Set.
And it will be Kurabalo to put in. At the back waiting will be Palu. And this is a great set piece attacking opportunity here for the Barbarians. Palu, he takes it and goes for a run, gives it to Kurabalo. This is for Kahui, into the corner Kahui. He's just short. Another great run from Kahui, just a metre or so short, and it's turned over as well from Fiji. Back it goes to Bai, and he gets his kick away this time. There was better positioning from Bai there, just right behind the ruck. Didn't allow the chaser to get onto him, and he's relieved the pressure just short of the 22. It'll be Reese to throw in. He goes to the front, and he's not got it straight. He has messed that one up completely. And the ref quickly onto that, awarding the penalty to Fiji. They'll get a scrum or a line out here.
Crouch.
And Fiji, well, not a bad option really, opting for a scrum, given the circumstances of their squad. A decent forward pack here for Fiji, and right on the 22 now. Looking to secure the ball. This is a mighty effort in the scrum from the forward pack. Here's Matawalu, goes to Bai. Oh, massive shot on Bai. And that is Kurabalo, asserting some dominance. Here's Palu. Palu off the back of the ruck. Can't go all the way. Throws it out the back door. Darcy to Laws. Eventually, Tuilangi giving it to Dusatois. Reese, Ahernson, McCaw, this will be number 2. And look who it is. It's Sebastian Chabal. The captain for a day, returning for this match. Playing in the second row and gets himself a well-deserved try. The Barbarians were looking good here. They were nice and calm, keep the ball alive. Once it settled down, they had the numbers out wide, and Chabal runs in for his first try of the night, and well-deserved too. How did they do that? Keeping it alive too, so well. And the forwards doing a fantastic job. McCaw to Chabal. Well, don't think many would have thought they'll ever see that happen. Second try of the night for the Barbarians. Well, of the day, really. It's a beautiful, beautiful day here in Fiji. Here's Cooper's second attempt on goal. This one's a bit more difficult. And he slots it beautifully to add the extras for the Barbarians. 14-0. And the fans are getting some entertainment here at least. The Fijian side, as expected, not performing up to par at the moment. Bai, as he kicks off, not having his best match. He's not guiding his team round too well at all, as Darcy gets smashed. Just as he hits the ground, he got a big face full of Fijians. Here's Kurabalo now, looking to use the backs. Palu, great run from Waikapalu. He goes to ground, but he's just kept that ball to Cooper. And well, we've seen Palu with a couple of big runs here already. Here's Darcy again. Oh, Darcy Hammered again, the second time tonight, and it will be a yellow card this time. Looks like it's Gonova who's going to be spending 10 in the bin. Well, Fiji's night is just getting worse here. As probably one of their really star players is going to spend 10 minutes in the bin. Cooper starts to play quickly, kicks into space, and what a kick that is from Cooper. Right into the corner. And Quade Cooper, wow, that is execution and quick thinking from the Australian fly half. It gives him the line out, and Reese will throw to Laws at the front. Carballo swings it wide for Palu once again, across to Tuilangi, try number 3, and the man advantage is just too much. Fiji had no chance of even stopping that one, and Tuilangi slides through for his first try, the third of the night for the Barbarians. But look how swiftly and smoothly that play went. Fiji, you see there was Jeremiah by running out to the line, trying to disrupt the backline movement, but really all he did was allow more space and more gaps further along the chain. 2 players from Fiji. Thautha Mbufu also running out, but it didn't prove to be beneficial on any term for Fiji. And the Red Sox for Cooper. Of course, plays for the Reds. Amazing little thing of the Barbarians that, as he takes his third kick, a goal, and he sends them to half-time with a very good lead, 21-0. It is all one-way traffic here for the Barbarians over Fiji. And you can see there the players wearing their club socks as they walk off. Such an awesome little feature of the Barbarians. As we head to the break for half-time, it is all one-way traffic, 21-0. Fiji, looking at the stats, only 17% of the ball. Now this Fijian side isn't quite that bad, but they're just getting comprehensively outplayed by a very good Barbarians team. Of course, you know the Barbarians don't get that long to get their stuff together in preparation for matches, but this team has clicked very quickly and very well already. We go down territory 74-26, that's all for the Barbarians as well, but it is line breaks that is causing Fiji the troubles. 7-1, and their backline defence is woeful. They're getting mauled in the rucks as well, and then of course the territory game, Cooper has got the ball on a bit of a string, and the backs are flowing and slicing the Fijian defence. The 2 high tackles resulting in 1 yellow card for Gonova, not helping Fiji at all there as well. And what can you say? But they need the ball, and they need 15 players on the paddock. It is 21-0, the Barbarians running away with this one, and they'll be looking for more points in the second half. Fiji really need to up this and get some respect on their scoreboard in front of their home fans. Let's get back down the second half, about to kick off, players back on the field. Cooper's had a good night here for the Barbarians, you cannot deny that. And the Queensland Reds player will get this match back underway. To the left side he goes. Here's Rokethoko steaming up, haven't seen anything from him, but it is Fiji through Thautha Mbufu, who drives up towards halfway. Great run there, starting us off for Fiji. To the left side they go, open spaces here for Nalunga. Oh, he's thrown around Kahui. Here comes Brown. Brown's the last line. Nalunga can't get in the line, and that is a great start for Fiji. All the way up to 5 metres out from the try line. And Fiji look like they've really upped the tempo here already. It's a line out for Reese. He's given it to Carballo, who instantly kicks that away over the head of Nalunga, and that is a great kick. And into touch from Fiji, so a moment of brilliance, followed by a moment of madness there from Fiji, and that's Nalunga. Well, that was spectacular, his run around Kahui, and just about beating Brown at the back as well. Now Carballo looks to Rokethoko, trying to get his pace going. Oh, he's knocked it on. Oh, well, that's just about a disappointment too. He's had a shocking match so far, has Rokethoko. It's advantage for Fiji, and the Barbarians will let it run. In comes Gonova, he'll play scrum half, he gives it to Bai. And again, Jeremiah Bai kicks away possession. Giving it to Brown at the back, who turns, looks for support, finds Rokethoko. He looks up, trying to go down the left side, gets through 1 and 2, but doesn't get the full benefit there. A little hold-on tackle right at the death. And that was Nadolo over there, keeping things together. Here's, again, Gonova. Nalaga finding some support out wide for Manu. Good ball for Bai. Bai can not kick this now. He has to run. And he goes to the 22. And Kahui turns it over. Oh, that's disappointment there for Fiji. As it's there for Darcy. Half break, and he kicks upfield down to the 22 of Fiji. And waiting for Adera's, a good run too from Matawalu. Finding support on the inside. It's all Fiji at the moment. Until it's turned over once again. Dusatois, an outstanding performance from him. Rukethoko goes back for it. It's all one way here so far. The Barbarians back to Tuilangi. Kahui's played outstanding. Cooper looking for Shabal. Darcy made the effective turnover earlier. Oh, that is a massive shot. As Ihertsa loses the ball out the back, and Fiji come away with it. Well, that's good play from Fiji. Tight defence, and now Matawalu looks wide. It's there for Manu. Keeping it open here. Fiji, great run there, going through monstrous tackles. Goodness me, that was a superb run. But isolated, and Tuilangi turns over again. Back for Fiji now. And it's there for Kalu, who gets it back. And now they look left. It's Nalaga opening it up for Bai. High tackle. And Kahui's pinged for a high shot on Siromaya Bai as he looked to link up again with Nalaga, who has been brilliant in the second half. Fiji have really brought themselves back in this game now. They kicked the penalty into touch. And it will be Tuipati who will have the line-out throw for Fiji. Full line out, they go to the back, is nicely taken from Tali, and it is Matawalu who tries a little stopping run off the back of the line out, can't get away, and it sets up for Fiji again. That's a big hit there coming against Kalu, and he goes to ground. Oh, and it's a big shove here from the Barbarians, and they will turn it over, and away comes Darcy. He chips over the head of Bobo, and it's coming back for the centre, but it's taken beautifully from Matawalu, who's having the game of his life out here. Here's the Dolo. He'll drive it forward for Fiji. The big winger, support of a few forwards there. Manu's inside, so is all the backs now. Fiji keeping their options wide. Oh, and another high shot from Darcy, it looks like this time. No, it's a fullback, it is Brown, and he's going to the sheds. It could be yellow, it is yellow. And that is the end of Brown for a few minutes as well. There's only 9 to go. So after a hugely one-sided first half for the Barbarians, it has come back big time the other way. Held scoreless, and Fiji have dominated large portions of this match. They haven't managed to score yet, but with a man in the bin, and now it's Tuapati with the throw-in. Oh, he's given it to Shabal. Oh, that's a massive mistake. And here comes Tuilangi. Takes on Gonova in defence. Cooper to Kahui. Splits him in half, Kahui. Now offloads infield to Laws. Laws still has Dusatois. He can't get through. Gets it to Reeks. And the big hooker looking to his left for Darcy. He can't get away either. Cooper's on hand. And Cooper drives to just 5 metres out. And he loses the ball once again. And they drive forward again, Fiji. Good
Release.
tackle from Nakatini. Now it's Bai. Short play from Tuapati.
Release.
Boy, the Barbarians want one more, don't they? And now they go through the big man, Nakatini, giving it outside to Quera. This is a great chance. It's Kurbalo. Work to do against Gonova. But he does a brilliant job, Kurbalo, and he turns him over. Oh, that is outstanding from the scrum half.
Release.
He's held together the scoreless Fijian scorecard, and he turned it over. Now they go wide. They've lost a lot of ground here. Tuilangi around the outside finds Darcy. He opens up for Kahui. Kahui, he's been very well dealt with, and again the fullback Bobo takes him to ground. Here's Laws. Darcy involved in a lot. Kurbalo, good pass for Rokethoko, and this will be the final try. The final act goes to the Barbarians, and Joe Rokethoko puts this game to bed. as expected, one-sided to the Barbarians, but Fiji really dominated 35 minutes of that second half. A pinpoint, perfect pass from Torreira Carvalho, and that is what you get from your finisher like Joe Rokithoko. Look at that bullet pass, and hit it at speed too. And he was gone for all money. Of course, a fullback taken out of action earlier. He was in a ruck on the other side of the field, and you see him there come across too late for Fiji. But they get an A for effort, that's for sure. Their second half effort at least for Fiji. 88 minutes gone, this game is all over. And Cooper will get the final say with his conversion, which is perfect, straight through the middle. And Quade Cooper finishes off with a very good night's work. A try, and all 4 conversions as the Barbarians get their campaign back underway with their first win of the series. The Fijians, on the other hand, go down for their second loss now. But a very good Barbarian side with a very good performance. And after a first half of dominant display, Fiji have come right back into it, but not quite enough in the end. The final score 28-0. Fiji unable to score themselves any points. As for the Barbarians, 4 tries for them going to Shabal, Cooper, Rokithoko and Tuilangi. That wraps up their try scorers. Cooper, 4 from 4 from the kicking tee, and a good night with the ball in hand for Cooper as well. The full-time stats, so the Barbarians are still dominated, but Fiji definitely come back into that second half, dropping the Barbarians' possession percentage down a good 10%, and the territory, well, didn't change too much, but Fiji had a lot more of that ball. The Barbarians made a lot more handling errors in the second spell as well, getting that up to 9 and only managing 4 more line breaks from half-time, whereas Fiji upped theirs to 5. So a good second half display from Fiji, deserved probably at least a try, but their finishing touch just wasn't as good as their best tonight. They go down by 28-0, and they now have 2 losses in a row. Disappointing display. Fiji, we know these could be so good, but today the Barbarians are the side that showed up. And that wraps up for today's one-off what-if match. Thank you for your request. Hope you've enjoyed the match. Remember, if you want to make yours, you can leave it to me in the comments, leave it to me on Twitter or Steam, any of those avenues, all available, and it would be good to get any more requests coming through. Of course, there are still plenty more requests to come, absolute hundreds of them, so if you've made your requests, do not fear, plenty more are coming in the near future. So thank you all for your requests, and I'll see you again very soon for plenty more one-off what-if. Today was the Barbarians thumping Fiji 28-0, and I'll see you all next time for more Rugby Challenge 2. Until then, thanks for watching and take care.